I like what you said about the whack rappers that might get out of line and shit. Just imagine if I had the chance to slap 50 Cent with this shit right here.
Come on, man.
Yo,
family show, Ross.
No, I'm just saying. Just imagine that. That's a blessing.
I ran out of flag.
We just talked about. No. You just mentioned it.
No, I'm not talking about him.
No, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. I caught that.
No,
the whack rappers running around.
Sorry for
and then you get the.
I had nothing
with the $1 million backhand. You feel me?
No, I didn't say that.
You was talking about 50 Cent, the whack nigga that
I'm not even thinking about him. I was talking about a time when.
No, I caught that. I caught that alley hoop.
Yo, Ross, stop.
I'm a Wimbayaya nigga.
Yeah, Wimbayaya.
I'm giving Joe Crack what Joe Crack asked for. The whack rappers, the nigga 50 Cent.
I never
You threw me the alley hoop on 50, nigga. Come get it, 50.
But for Rick Ross, there's certain artists that it would say things about 50 Cent and that would generate their energy.
50 Cent had some huge records when he had the biggest producers and artists around him putting them together. That's why right now he can't make nothing.
Their whole career has been based on it. So it's not a surprise that they try to do that to continue the relevance. I'm looking going, good luck, because you're trying to sell a CD at the present moment and I'm not trying to sell music.
Ross reportedly didn't take those comments lightly. As the clips and reactions exploded across social media, the controversy quickly gained momentum. Refusing to stay silent, Ross fired back publicly, reigniting their long-running feud and taking the drama to an entirely new level.
I'm deciding to your life up. Rick, bro, I'm gonna your life up.
Would it ever happen with you and 50 sitting down having a conversation? I think the world would watch that.
The first thing I would want to know is what is there to talk about?
Seen Ross take a shot at you a couple weeks ago about a girl that you're not even with no more.
Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, you mention me. It gets covered further. You know, you see that big white elephant, that property he lives at? It costs more than the nightclubs. He's in the nightclubs.
Yeah.
We know what they can give you. They can't pay you more than they can pay you because the room can't hold enough people for them to give you the money to stay there.
Yeah.
Look at it. What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass? You're trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh? The AC broken.
However, once fans started connecting the dots, the narrative began to shift. What first seemed like another bold accusation suddenly looked a lot more credible, leaving many to question whether 50 Cent had been telling the truth all along.
Hey, Curtis Jackson, you more than welcome to bring that Versace Lamborghini to the car show and your little homies. I know them niggas with them niggas, Auntie Murder. Yeah, I know you got a Toyota Tundra. I know it. I can see it in your face.
Would it ever happen with you and 50 sitting down having a conversation? I think the world would watch that.
The first thing I would want to know is what is there to talk about?
This is a big business you guys are a part of. You guys are two of the heavyweights in the business.
I mean, what is there to talk about?
A lot of things to talk about. History, the beef.
What kind of history? That he couldn't dress? That's all I used to tell him. Yo, you can't dress. You're not really getting no money. You don't own your masters. Eminem saved you. Dr. Dre saved you. All the big names. Rose did it himself. I came in through slip and slide. I had to build this myself. And I'm not speaking down on him because he live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but...
He lives in a 2-bedroom apartment?
2-bedroom. Catch the alley hoop now. You gotta win by Yama, this bitch.
2-bedroom apartment.
Yes, he does. And if he does, what does that say about him? Come on now. Just the alley hoop.
During a recent appearance on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, 50 Cent turned his attention to Rick Ross, arguing that the lavish lifestyle showcased across social media is more about image than reality. According to 50, much of what fans see online is carefully crafted to project success, rather than reflect what's actually happening behind the scenes.
I come from like a place where you have to be ready. Don't get ready, you gotta be ready, right?
Is there anything about Ross and his career that you have any respect for?
Oh, no, there's nothing there. I never wanted to work with him. Look, ask me, do I want a problem?
No, I don't think you
I don't ever want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem.
That one word was all it took to set social media ablaze, triggering a wave of reactions and intensifying the drama almost instantly.
What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why are you out there cutting your own grass?
Where is Rick Ross getting all of this money?
You call it the Promised Land? It's the Promised Land.
300 acres, 60,000 square feet.
It's a projects. It's bigger than the projects.
Oh, it's
3 projects.
enormous.
And a couple of football fields.
That's a town. It's a town.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. I'm sorry, it's a hood adaptation, but that's how I'm thinking about it.
It's beyond motivating.
Right.
It's beyond motivating.
Yes. Oh, man. Do we make some noise for that? Yeah. Do we make some noise for that?
50 didn't stop there. He also brought up Ross's sprawling Georgia mansion, Promised Land, arguing that a property of that size comes with staggering upkeep costs. His comments fueled speculation about whether the luxurious image seen online matches the financial reality behind the scenes.
I just think that it's an opportunity to create energy or like a excitement for the actual release of a record. And I understand that it may be more attention than you usually get, but it'll be the kind of attention that when it goes away, you go away. The company, the system might actually feel like it's a good idea for the moment until they realize that I won't stop. There's nobody in control of me. I'm deciding to fuck your life up. Rick Ross, I'm gonna fuck your life up for fun. This is not new. I do this all the time.
A lot of people be saying 50 Cent is a bully, but listen, hear me out. So Rick Ross went on the podcast. He was on the podcast, Joe and Jada. Now, during this podcast, Fat Joe got to talking about something, but Fat Joe ended up saying like, yeah, like a lot of these older rappers that's washed up and ain't got no motion. Rick Ross busts out and say, yeah, like 50 Cent. And I guess Rick Ross had on this long ring on his finger, and I guess it's supposed to be worth $1 million. Now, he in the podcast, but Fat Joe tell him like, nah, that ain't who I'm talking about. We ain't about to do that. And you already know Jadakiss, he over there just laughing. Then, next thing you know, Rick Ross like, yeah, I could just take this. Can you imagine me smacking him with $1 million ring? And then Fat Joe tell him again, bro, you doing too much. You reaching. That's not what I'm talking about. You creating some shit that's not here. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about 50 Cent. Next thing you know, he get to saying, yeah, what's the black motherfucker with the two-tone, his forehead a different color? Talking about Uncle Murder. But then when 50 Cent reply, y'all gonna say 50 Cent bullying. Y'all drop a comment, let me know what y'all thinking if y'all see.
With millions listening, 50 Cent cast doubt on Rick Ross's larger-than-life image, questioning whether the rapper's iconic mansion and lavish lifestyle are really what they seem. He claimed there are hidden issues behind the scenes and argued that the estate represents perception more than reality, sparking fresh debate about the true extent of Ross's wealth.
Honestly, I don't want to say yet. To me, real estate has always been an asset. You could make a new car. You can't make that corner. You gotta buy that corner. And when I walked in there, I told the lady, this is my house. The real estate agent was like, what do you mean?
As the viral clips gained traction online, Ross fired back through his Instagram story. In a direct response to the criticism, he showcased what he described as an impressive portfolio of assets, including a massive Georgia estate, a private jet, and other luxury holdings, seemingly aiming to silence the speculation once and for all.
Still looking for real estate? Am I still looking for property, investment, so on and so forth? Of course, brother. We ain't gonna never stop doing that. I've won on every piece of real estate I have, even though I didn't get into it to flip it and I just got them and copped them. I still got them. I bought a crib that the homie Amari Stoudemire sold. I still haven't slept in that bitch once. But guess what? The value is, I could sell that same house for possibly maybe $3 million more than I purchased it for. And when I walked in there, I told the lady, this is my house. The real estate agent was like...
However, the quick response may have had the opposite effect. Instead of shutting down the criticism, it sparked even greater curiosity. Many viewers felt that publicly showcasing assets so quickly suggested the comments had struck a nerve, adding another layer of intrigue to the growing feud.
Yeah, I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink. What Starlink is? Yeah, that's the $500,000 Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's what my jet...
The internet quickly picked up on the exchange, and reactions began pouring in from all sides. Uncle Murda joined the conversation with laughing responses, adding even more attention to the growing controversy. Around the same time, a now-deleted Instagram post from 50 Cent appeared to take another shot at Ross, further fueling the discussion online. The post sparked reactions from several figures in the hip-hop community, including Uncle Murda and Inhale, the son of Nate Dogg, both of whom seemed amused by the unfolding drama. As clips, screenshots, and opinions spread across social media, audiences became increasingly invested in the feud. What started as another celebrity dispute had evolved into something much bigger. The conversation shifted beyond a simple back and forth, with fans and commentators dissecting Rick Ross's entire public image and questioning the persona he had spent years building as the boss.
It seems like you loved the Hated the Lover song. I saw you was on IG, you was playing it.
If you, my mama kissing the girl, you gotta back that up. That shit was hard right there. Hey, that was that nigga's best verse. I mentioned his mom. She was one of those. So I said it in front of the song, but the song was produced by Cool and Dre,
Legendary.
which is my homie.
Legendary.
So the song was a dope song. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you. Yeah.
But I'm a homie. He ain't getting no money. Keep laughing, because it's funny. When he come here, if he ever come here and say, how you feel, Rose getting all that money, nigga? Do him like that.
Forever. I don't think that's turning on.
No.
I would love for y'all to get, you know what I'm saying?
Don't do that. Dog ain't getting no money. You've been giving me alley-oops all day.
That was an oop.
I got you. I caught your 50 Cent alley-oop on by this people. I got you on that. I just dunked that.
What made 50 Cent's comments resonate even more this time was the timing behind them. The exchange didn't happen in a vacuum. Prior to the latest controversy, Rick Ross had already taken aim at 50, questioning his loyalty to Dr. Dre and accusing him of siding with Drake during the widely discussed feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Those earlier remarks had already added tension to the relationship, so when 50 fired back, many fans viewed it as more than just another random jab. Instead, it felt like the latest chapter in a growing rivalry, giving his comments extra weight and drawing even more attention to the ongoing drama.
Drake, if you listening to this, homie, listen to me. My nigga, shine. I don't want to see you lose. No real nigga want to see you lose. That ain't what nigga about. This culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose. When I was the number one nigga in the rap game, I showed niggas love.
That only added more tension to an already heated situation. Ross had been dealing with months of criticism and ongoing rap world conflicts, but now 50 Cent was targeting something far more personal, his financial image. Since Ross has built much of his brand around success, wealth, and the image of a powerful businessman, any challenge to that reputation was always going to attract attention. Online, many people pointed out that one of the quickest ways to get under Ross's skin is to question whether his wealth matches the image he projects. Fair or not, that narrative spread rapidly across social media, and the discussion only grew louder. After 50 Cent's comments about his estate and finances began circulating widely, Ross responded by going on the offensive instead of staying defensive. In a series of posts, he extended what he framed as a business-style invitation, saying, "I'm going to give you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sit down at the table and present your ideas. I make no promises. Men of business don't dwell on the past, it's about new money. I'll consider it. You know where I stand financially. I can change your life." In another post, he highlighted business partnerships, including deals with brands like Rap Snacks, and even joked that he could put 50 Cent's face on a bag of chips. The response was bold, and it immediately reignited online conversation. Ross positioned himself as someone operating on a level where he could offer opportunities to the very person criticizing him. But the debate didn't settle. While Ross focused on partnerships and business moves, critics doubled down on 50's original claims, keeping the conversation alive across social media. What made the discussion explode even further was how quickly it moved beyond social posts. People began digging into financial records, public filings, and details connected to Ross's well-known Georgia estate, the Promised Land. That's when the situation became more complex, and for some, more uncomfortable. Reports from public records indicated that what started as a relatively small property tax balance in 2021 grew significantly over time. By late 2024, filings reportedly showed the amount had increased substantially due to accumulated interest, penalties, and collection costs. In celebrity finance terms, the figure itself wasn't necessarily extraordinary, but the perception was. For someone whose brand is built on luxury, success, and boss status, even modest financial disputes can become major talking points. As those reports spread, attention shifted back to 50 Cent's earlier comments, with fans and critics connecting the dots and debating what it all meant. The conversation stopped being just about music industry drama and turned into a broader discussion about image, perception, and reality in celebrity wealth. Critics, however, argued that the numbers didn't always seem to fully align with the image being projected. Regardless of which side people supported, one thing was undeniable. 50 Cent's comments landed exactly where they were meant to, reigniting debate at full force. What makes this even more notable is that this isn't a new approach from 50. He has been targeting Rick Ross for well over a decade, with their rivalry stretching back to 2009 and evolving into one of the longest-running feuds in modern hip-hop. Reports over the years suggest the tension originally began after an early industry encounter, though multiple versions of that story still circulate. The conflict escalated when Ross released Mafia Music, which contained direct shots at 50 Cent. In response, 50 fired back with diss tracks like Officer Ricky, Go Ahead, and Tia Tell Me What You Really Think, turning a disagreement into a full-scale rap war. From that point on, the two repeatedly exchanged insults through music, interviews, and social media. Over time, the feud expanded far beyond rap records. It became a continuous back and forth that shaped public perception of both artists, especially online. That's why every new post, financial claim, or interview instantly grabs attention. The history behind it makes every exchange feel bigger than the moment itself. One of the most defining angles in the feud has been the Officer Ricky narrative. After reports surfaced that Rick Ross had worked as a correctional officer in the mid-1990s, the detail became a major talking point in hip-hop culture. Critics argued it clashed with the image Ross had built through his music, centered on power, wealth, and street credibility. The nickname, Officer Ricky, quickly became a recurring weapon in 50 Cent's arsenal. While Ross continued to rise in the industry, the topic remained a sensitive point that resurfaced repeatedly in jokes, interviews, and diss records, not only from 50, but from wider conversations within the culture. 50 didn't limit the feud to music. Over the years, he expanded it through interviews, online content, and public commentary aimed at Ross's credibility and brand. In one widely discussed moment, he even brought in figures connected to Ross personally during interviews, further intensifying the public nature of the dispute. The rivalry eventually spilled into legal territory as well, including lawsuits and counters between both sides over music usage and public statements. At various points, even events and award shows saw indirect tension connected to their camps, showing how far the conflict had spread beyond studio records. Through all these years, one consistent theme has remained at the center of 50 Cent's criticism: authenticity. His focus has rarely been just individual moments. Instead, it has consistently circled back to a larger question of whether the image matches reality. Even when the feud appeared to slow down, it never fully disappeared. Every few years, a new incident, post, or comment would pull it back into the spotlight. By 2025, the rivalry entered another chapter tied to live performances and public perception. When Rick Ross was announced for a major tour appearance, 50 quickly used the moment to question his relevance as a solo headliner, posting comments that spread rapidly across social media and reignited discussion. He also revisited Ross's connections within the industry, including collaborations with Drake, especially in light of shifting alliances in hip-hop during recent years. These moments became fuel for further debate among fans, who dissected every angle of the rivalry in real time. At its core, the feud continues to thrive because it connects to something larger than music: image versus reality, perception versus proof. And whenever financial claims, business moves, or public statements enter the conversation, the debate only intensifies. While critics continue to point toward public filings and controversies, Rick Ross also maintains a long record of commercial success, business ventures, and real estate investments that reflect a sustained career in entertainment and entrepreneurship. From chart-topping hits to label ownership and franchise investments, his portfolio spans far beyond music alone. At the same time, 50 Cent remains consistent in applying pressure whenever an opportunity arises, ensuring the rivalry never fully fades from public attention. And that's exactly why this feud continues to fascinate audiences, because even after more than a decade, it still feels unresolved, with every new exchange reopening the same debate in a new form.